Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, and there is a reason for that. My dad was ill, and so obviously that took priority, and I just didn't have the space or the time even to really create videos or post anything. But he's doing much better now. Unfortunately, following that whole experience, it was very overwhelming for me, and I kind of just spiraled down into a very bad depressive episode, which I am just getting out of, and I'm feeling good and everything is great. But yeah, that's what happened while I've been absent for a while. Honestly, in that time I did think of creating videos, especially when I was in that depressive episode. Like, I knew I should be, well, not should, but whatever. I knew I wanted to create videos, but especially when you're in a depressive episode, there are a lot of thoughts. Some things did come up for me that I'm happy came up, and I was able to work through them. I was able to work through some of the fears that I was facing, with this entire YouTube journey, and just the whole thought of, am I good enough? Is my story good enough? Is this journey good enough? All of that. Fortunately, I have been able to recognize that, and I'm working through it. So, here I am, pushing through it. So yeah, for this video today though, staying focused here, for this video today, I wanted to come on here and talk about some things that I wish people knew about depression. Just coming out of a depressive episode and everything, I just thought it might be good to share some things. I know a lot of people want to have an understanding of what's happening and all of that, and so I thought it would be good to just talk about a few of those things that I wish people knew. So let's just go right ahead and get into it. The first thing that I wish people knew about depression is that there isn't always a reason for somebody being depressed. Right? If somebody suffers from depression and they're in a depressive episode, there's not always a reason. A lot of people like to be like, why are you depressed? Why are you sad? Why are you whatever? No, there's not always a reason for it. Sometimes it just is what it is. This is a sickness like anything else, like any physical illness that somebody could have, and there is no rhyme or reason per se. It just is what it is, right? And asking, why are you depressed, or worse yet, saying you don't have no reason to be depressed, no, that's just no. That's not how it works, right? So there isn't always a reason, and even in the instances where there is a reason, like when you get into the depressive episode or when you're in that space, it's very rarely still about that reason, right? It's like, if you think about it, like if you have a stone rolling down a hill and it's picking up snow or dirt, because I don't live in a place where it snows, as it rolls down the hill, and you develop this big dirt ball or whatever, or snowball or whatever, right? It's no longer about the stone in the middle of all of it. It's this thing that you're facing, which is huge. So it's kind of like that. So that's the first thing I wish people knew, is there isn't always a reason, and it doesn't make someone's depression less valid because they can't explain why they're depressed. All right? The second thing that I wish people understood is that depression, literally, like, it makes you feel like you are crippled. Is crippled okay to say? I don't know. But anyway, that's how it makes you feel. It is physically debilitating. Like, you feel like you don't have the energy to move your hands or your feet or do anything. Simple things like just getting up out of your bed and just doing whatever. It really feels like you have no energy and you can't do it. It's not that you don't want to do it, it just feels like you cannot. Like, I'll think about things all day, like I know in my mind if I go outside and get some sunshine, I'll feel just a little bit better. And you know, I just want to do these things, but I really, it's like the life force has drained from me, and I'm just existing as a shell, and I can't do anything. That's literally how it makes you feel. So when you see someone who's in a state of depression, and they just want to stay in bed, or they're just not doing anything, they haven't done anything at all, they haven't showered or anything, it's not because they're lazy, it's not because they don't want to. The illness literally, like, it drains you. It is draining. All right, facts. So act accordingly. Be kind, be gentle. The third thing that I wish people knew, and this is a big thing, is that depression feels lonely. You feel so alone. It's like you are in a black room that is just heavy and dark, and you're in there by yourself and no one can get to you. And yes, logically, you know, you have your friends, you have your family, you know, you have support. Most of us, at least, hopefully, you have your support system. You may even have people reaching out to you. You know also, like, people with depression know that there are other people with depression in the world. It's not like you suddenly think you're the only person who is having this experience of being depressed. But when you're in that space, when you are sitting in that room of nothing, right? And nothing is very heavy, and it's a lot of nothing. It just feels like nobody can reach you. So even though you get these calls and these messages and everything, and you know, everybody is expressing their support, hopefully, you still feel like, I hear you, but I'm here by myself. I'm in this space by myself, and nobody can sit in here with me. Nobody's here with me. It's just me in this space alone. That's how it feels, right? However, still go ahead and express its support to people. That's not to say don't support. You know, it helps. It helps when you have these messages and all of that stuff. It's a reminder, and hopefully it can help the person to reach out of that dark space back to where the support is and all of that. So still do express the support. It does help, but just bear in mind that it is a very lonely place to be. Yeah, good. The next thing I wish people knew, and I think this is the fourth thing, is that just because somebody is laughing and talking to you and seemingly doing fine does not mean that they're not depressed, right? Somebody can be talking to you, laughing, look perfectly all right, and they are still struggling in their own mind, right? I know that for me, I do that. Sometimes it's because you have to work, right? Or you have things you have to go out and do, and you put on your best face and you go and you do them. Or if somebody tells you a joke, it's still funny. Like, just because I'm depressed don't mean the joke stop being funny. I'll still laugh at the joke, right? Or if like a friend comes over, sometimes, you know, you don't want that person to see just how depressed you are, or you don't want people to worry or whatever else, and you put on your smile face and you keep it moving. But sometimes you can be doing that and you are still, you know, this person is still very much in a depressive state. So keep that in mind. Be kind, be gentle. Yes, again, be kind, be gentle with people, because you never know what is happening upstairs. Yeah? All right. And the fifth thing following that, same be kind, be gentle. Comments hurt. Like, honestly, guys, you have to be so careful with your words. And this don't just apply to people with depression. This applies to everybody in your life who you meet. Be kind with your words. Be gentle. Be thoughtful. It's starting to rain really hard, and I hope you can still hear me. But be gentle, because words hurt and they can make a bad situation worse, right? Like in my, I think it was the first thing, right? Saying to somebody like, oh, you don't have no reason to be depressed. That's not okay. because when you're depressed, you are questioning yourself a lot, you're bashing yourself a lot, like your mind is in overdrive with the negative thoughts, right? And you yourself are probably there already, like, oh my god, I shouldn't feel this way, I don't have no reason to feel this way, I'm so ungrateful, life is great, like all these things, because you do think these things, right? But you feel how you feel, and what is happening is also happening. And then when somebody else comes to you and they're like, you don't have no reason for depressed, that is just adding to the negative thoughts that you were already thinking, right? So it's kind of affirming the negative things that your head was already telling you, and that can really make a bad situation worse. So just be careful with your words, be thoughtful. If you don't think you know what to say, or you don't think you have anything productive or helpful to say, it's okay to not say anything. And it's perfectly okay to say, I don't know what to say, right? It's okay to just express your support or express your love for the person, and it's okay to just sit there quietly. All of that is fine. You don't need to speak. I'm just saying. And the last thing that I want to say that I wish people really knew and understood about depression, and it's certainly not the least and kind of personal for me, is being strong has nothing to do with it. Strong people have depression too, right? Strong people have weak moments too. Strong people feel things, strong people feel bad, you know. Being strong don't have nothing to do with it. And just because somebody has depression, experiences depression, does not mean that they are not strong. It like you would not say to a person who has cancer, oh, you're too strong for this. You wouldn't, because it has nothing to do with being strong, right? You would empathize or sympathize or whatever you would do, but you would not say you're too strong for this, or you would not say that person can't have that because they're so strong. You know what? Actually, some of you would. Some of you would do that, and stop it. Like, just, it don't have anything to do with it, right? So just stop. I'm just going to leave it at that, because some of you might have had that thought in your life, and if you have, forget it. Forget that you had the thought. Wipe it out of your head. It has nothing to do with it. Strong people are depressed, so check on your strong friends, right? Check on your friends who seem like everything is hunky-dory and fine all the time. Still be kind, still be gentle with people, all people, all right? So those are my, I think, 6 things that I wish people knew and understood. Comment down below, tell me things that you wish people knew and understood, or if you learned anything new. If you plan to employ any of these things into your strategy of dealing with friends or family who may be depressed, or just people in general. Again, it's not just depressed people who need kindness and gentleness. Yes, so comment and talk to me, because I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you, and it is so rude of you to not respond to me, right? That's really not nice. Alright, I do hope you're having a great day. And if you aren't, I do hope that you can do one teeny tiny thing that makes it a teeny tiny bit better. Thank you so much for watching that video, guys. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Like, why do you sit here and you watch the video? I see it. Y'all watch the videos and you don't subscribe, and I don't understand it. Like, it's just clicking the button. The button is right there. You just need to click it, and that's it. It don't take long, and it don't cost you anything. Suppose me did a beg $1. And no one give me no? And no one give me. Please just subscribe to my channel. Thank you.